We wanted to make a video camera that measures vital signs just by looking at someone without requiring physical contact. We were inspired by work that other people had done to measure the pulse by just from video. So we weren't the first to do that. But the people whose work we were studying, they did it in a really complicated way, and we were looking for a much simpler way to do it. And when we developed this simpler way, it actually led quite naturally to trying to visualize that blood flow that we were measuring. So we had a really good graduate student working on the problem, and he had measured the pulse, and we said, well, why don't you try to take that measured pulse, amplify it, and add it back into the video and see what it looks like. And so he did, and wow, it was really cool. You could really, see the changes in the skin from the pulsation. And the big surprise came when we noticed that it looked like the person's head was moving a lot more than in the unprocessed video. And so somehow this processing we were doing with color was actually amplifying motions. And that led us to develop this motion microscope to not only understand that, but now take advantage of that effect and create an algorithm that can take small motions and re-render them larger. The way it works is by special processing. The processing analyzes the small motions and just re-renders them in an exaggerated form. And the trick is to do it in a way that doesn't blow up and cause all these artifacts. So we know how to do that. We can make it work really badly. But the hard part is to make it work in an artifact-free way. And we think we've really come up with a way that does that. So it pretty much works every time. It's a kind of signal processing approach, and it generates a version of what you're looking at, but with the motions made larger. There are lots of next steps in this line of research. So I'm really eager to explore, the whole team is eager to explore medical applications. So we need to work with doctors, we need to do clinical trials to really learn from the medical community which of the many possible directions to go with this would be most helpful. So we look forward to doing that. And then another next step is to work with scientists and engineers. So we think that this is useful both for looking at people and for looking at structures and things. So we want to identify those engineering applications where this motion microscope will be most helpful. We're still working to make it easier for people to use who aren't scientists or experts in signal processing. So we want to make it to be like a tool that everyone can use, just like everyone can use a microscope or a telescope. And we want to make it that simple. If that were to happen, the thing I feel pretty sure about is that people would find uses for it that we haven't thought of. And that's what really excites me. I want to be surprised by an application of it. And I think if it's kind of broadly distributed and easy to use, then applications will pop up everywhere. That's my hope.